the children that just stare at you blank. They're just absolutely immune to feeling any emotion, and they just react whenever they're any kind of insult, and they react anyhow and anywhere without any ability to control.
Notice when the incursion just took place, every NGO you can think of come in and treat the children them nice. Them clean up the parks and them took them to places, to resorts, to cheer them up. Everybody did feel good. You see, just after that done, all the feel good thing done, nobody no come in, come help we no more. We depend on our own.
Because many times we are scared. We are scared. Even in the time of the state of emergency, that was the most time we were scared.
It has been 3 years since the horrible events of May 2010, when the Governor General of Jamaica called a state of emergency. This in response to civil unrest brought on by the government's authorization of the start of the extradition process for Christopher Dudus Coke. Communities in Western Kingston felt the direct impact of these events, especially Tivoli Gardens. Some youths of Tivoli recall that troubled time when the security forces came in search of Christopher Dudus Coke.
I took my nephew, grabbed him, and we ran to a house in the parkway nearby. So when we come in, when I went over there, remember we never ate. We just I just grabbed him in Pampers only and went over to the house. They fling me outside. There were some stones outside. They threw me in the stones and my face was scraped. At that time, I still had my little nephew in my hand. He was about 1 year old. They put a man on the top of the building saying they were going to throw him off. Yes, we all saw it, and these little ones here, they were all there, but they were a little younger. It was very, very, very traumatic. There was no light, no food. We hadn't eaten for like 4 days.
I was in my house with my family, and I remember the soldier guys, the soldiers were coming through the house. But at the back time, we were in the house downstairs, but they were coming through the windows, through the doors, breaking out the windows. And I remember when them reaching at the house, them fire some shot. So one in my brother's bedroom, the next one in the bathroom, and the other in the ceiling. I run over to a lady's house, and I said, open up your door, them kill my whole family in my house. And she said, you know where you run for? I said, them kill the whole of my family, them nobody no leave and me one leave.
2 of his brothers were killed.
It wasn't my brother alone, I see them kill. Them put my brother upon him knee and them put 2 more boy upon them knee. And them, one of the squad of them said, we're going to kill that one and the next one said, we're going to kill that one. And them just put them hand behind them head like this and then shoot them and kill them. First I was depressed, very emotional. Feel like my dad got mad because after everything we never get no counseling. My father was in the hospital and it was just very mournful.
My auntie pulled the door, them draw with her, same time she pick up herself. And then them drop my brother and then me go outside. Them directly and say almost fall on somebody clothes and just put in the yard. I feeling like my father was dead, my uncle was dead, my cousin, because they was left outside when the incursion was going. And then when I sit in the yard, I saw my auntie and I said, where's my father? And I start cry. When I see the police, I was afraid. I thought they was going to kill me. And they told me that next time they come back, all of we going to die.
And I remember the even passed military test, so I have to do it in a 5th grade. It come up in my eyes, like I said, it was start again every minute. And so in time, nobody thought about it because I cry. One time I couldn't sleep for how many days? 2 days straight. Just a thing, and I didn't eat or nothing.
One resident had up to 15 children seeking refuge in her house.
It was devastating with the children, especially. I didn't even like to see them how they look because they was scary, sleep a lot. I was wondering if they understand because I was saying I wouldn't like my child to be here because I sent away my daughter. I think they should give them some counseling, you know. I think they need a lot for the children because may not think them come back to.
So what has been done to address the trauma the youths of Tivoli experienced? Dr. Elizabeth Ward, chairman of the Violence Prevention Alliance, explains that the response was immediate.
Many agencies went in immediately to deal with the activities.
According to a United Nations Development Program report that the government of Jamaica commissioned, approximately 2,500 children from ages 1 to 4 years old in the communities of Tivoli Gardens, Denham Town, Fletcher's Land, and Hannahtown would have witnessed the events in Western Kingston and may have been exposed to some degree of psychosocial trauma.
Some of the effects were immediate, just traumatized, couldn't sleep at night, crying a lot. But the main thing with this situation is that there's the immediate response, but after a few months, usually when most of the agencies have pulled out or have run out of resources to help, about 2 to 3 months after, you start seeing symptoms of grief. And it can be quite a range of symptoms from, withdrawal, increased aggression, increased distress, and also you can get, which Dr. Shetty will tell you about, the severe cases of post-traumatic stress disorder, where you see a whole blunting of the affect and the withdrawal and all the complications that come with it. And then you see, in many cases, acting out and aggression.
Although the support services responded immediately, sustained intervention is a challenge.
Only a portion of the children have been fully treated, and also because the services have to be accessed, people have to go to the clinic or go to group therapy or whatever. The children sometimes that need it the most, that have the least resources, least family support, are the most likely not to be receiving these services.
There are also resource constraints.
The shortage of staff is really the issue. With our grief counseling training, what we hope to be able to do is to train more paraprofessionals that can do with try and deal with the less severe cases. The problem with Tivoli, because of the acute insult and the severity of it, and also the history that goes with it, many of those children probably need specialist care, and specialist care is far more scarce and expensive. And the number of trained people that are working within the government service who are able to provide that care is very challenging.
Researchers and analysts have sought to quantify the cost of the economic damage in Tivoli. But can the damage inflicted on the youth be quantified?
Many sectors were affected by the incursion. And then the actual physical damage to homes and people's lives, that kind of cost is still underestimated in a report like that. And the cost to the children that live there, I don't think we can ever put a cost on that figure. But we can do something. We need to do something.